YouTube SEO strategies for 2021 to rank your videos fast. This is a winning formula for YouTube and Google. And in this video, I'm going to run over, most importantly, what you have to do for SEO. So this is your keywords, descriptions, tags, and thumbnails. This will show you exactly how to find them, how to maximize, and how to get the best words. And you can have it all done really within the day, and you can have your videos uploaded and you can have them ranking. This really works, and it's fundamental to getting your videos ranked. Now, there's a couple of ninja tricks that I mentioned somewhere around the middle, I think, or after 10 minutes or so, and it's really some ninja tricks. There's really simple things to do you probably won't think about, but they really help your rankings and taps into your keywords that you've chosen and decided on. Now, this matters so much now because Google has changed. So I'll at the very end, I'm going to explain why this is so important for you and what this means for your videos, and also really demonstrate and prove that you won't only get on the first page of YouTube, but you can get on the first page of Google as well, and you can do it all for free. Now, you may already have videos and they're not ranking. You can't figure out why they're not getting anywhere. So there's a couple of things that aren't really, I'm not going to go into in any great detail in this video, because I'm really going to talk about really the title, because that leads to all your keywords. I'll touch on thumbnails and how you can maximize them. But one of the things you want to do with your intro, and this is part of the Frank Kern technique, is at the intro to your video, you want to have a summary of what's going to be contained in the video and give people an idea of what's coming up. This just gives people a reason to stay. And again, with Frank Kern, it's about, in this video, I'm going to do X, and it might be, and, find out the killer strategy to be #1 of YouTube, for example. It's probably not the best definition of Frank Kern, but it gives you an idea. One of the things a lot of people forget to do, and again, I don't go into this in detail here, but just a quick reminder at the start of things you can do beyond your keywords and your SEO is, at the very end, when you want people to comment, that just helps your rankings, and you want to give people a reason to subscribe. Again, it helps your rankings. You don't need lots of subscribers to rank on YouTube. Sorry, to do well on YouTube, but it obviously is going to help. With comments, it might be, don't just say leave a comment, give people an idea of what they could comment about. Sometimes it's nice just to be prompted. So is it, are you looking for feedback? Do you want, and specifically, is it you want to know what's worked for people, or you want to know if they want more information on something? Just try and help people figure out how to comment. And then like the comment, always helps your relevance and rankings as well. Reason to subscribe, most obviously, you're going to have other videos that you're going to want to post, and I don't know if you've ever been on YouTube and you found something that you really like and you can never find them again for one reason or another, or you don't know they've posted a new video again. A reason to subscribe is you're going to find out about the video. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to find out new ones that are just getting launched. Within the YouTube Creator Studio, you're going to find info cards and end screens. Again, it's really good for just creating the juice flowing around your channel. Info cards can link to other videos you've got either in your playlist or in your series. And the end screen, again, it's a link to another video. And also that's where you're going to find your subscribe button. So just kind of checklists to do these things. But what I really want to talk about today is things that you can do right now and how to do them. This really won't take you long. SEO is all about your keywords, descriptions, tags, thumbnails. All of these things are basically keywords. Even the ninja tricks, it just supports and underpins your keywords. Really, really works. And as I've already said, it's why things have changed. So things that you can do right now. Start at the beginning, and it's all about your title. Now, I didn't realize how important when I first started doing things on YouTube, title's a title, what does it matter? But your title's everything, because it's from your title that you're going to have your keywords and your key phrases. Now, there's great tools They're going to give you ideas of what to do. But the first thing to do is have a look at other people in your niche and have a look at what phrases they're using. You know, the people that you like, and then have a look at the videos that are getting lots of volume traffic, for example. And again, just do a little bit of research. Then start to pull out. I've got an example because when I started doing this video right now, I hadn't decided on what my title was going to be, and you know, so I've been having a look at Keyword Surfer, Keywords Anywhere, vidIQ, and TubeBuddy, and I use them all together for slightly different reasons. They're all free tools, and they're just little apps that you can easily install, and then you look at them when you're browsing YouTube or Google, and then you simply enter the phrase you want to check, and it's going to start giving you all of the information that you need. vidIQ is brilliant. In fact, I really like this because it gives not just the volume of search, but also, you know, what the competition's like. So for an example, I started off thinking, you know, YouTube keywords. I've got a video that's doing quite well in keywords, and I thought, I'll have a look at that and see. That seems to me like a good one. I actually wanted to do how to rank in YouTube as well. But I had a look at YouTube keywords. I just plugged it into vidIQ first of all, and right away I see that the volume is practically zero and the competition's low. I'm going to move myself out of the way here because I've got a little comment. This is really bad. I would have gone with this if I hadn't checked vidIQ. It's got a low score. You really want, you know, the higher the score, the better. You don't want lots and lots and lots of competition. For example, in really low volume, that would be really bad, but you definitely don't want no volume. So I kind of discarded that pretty quickly, really quickly here. I'm just going to hop on to Google search. I've got something else there that I might show you later. That's why that's there. So what was that keyword? YouTube keyword research. So here you see it's 260 searches in the US, around 70. If I was buying this as a search term, I'd pay around, you know, $18. And then, but what I'm finding out here is this is a Keyword Surfer. So it's giving me general search. It shows me the trend over time. It shows me the volume. But the other thing I can do is I can just easily see what other things are being searched. So here's the keyword tips. You can see there's no volume here, but it gives me other suggestions. And again, you can just have a quick look down here to see what other people are searching for. This is where I got the idea for YouTube SEO, for example. So again, this just gives you ideas, and there's some really good volume. YouTube tags for views was high. I don't do tag generation, so it's not something on Keyword Planner I don't do, but if you're in that market, you know, look at the search volume and these things, then have a look at competition. But so this is a really, really useful way to just start researching. I really like YouTube SEO, but I'm not going to preempt that right now. So Keyword Surfer again, or Keywords Anywhere, both of them, it just allows you to see what else might come up. So at this point, I'm kind of moving away from YouTube keyword research. But when I had a little look at vidIQ, I did notice that the volume was pretty good and the competition was very low. So that's a great score. I really like that. But then, as I just showed you a second ago, I was getting around 260 searches in YouTube keyword research. But what it showed me was that YouTube SEO was around about 2,400. So I really wanted to check that out and see how that was doing. And there's a video that I'm not going to do. I'm going to come back. Now, Google search, as I've just showed you on, this is just a screenshot of SEO 2,400, around $5.50. I was buying that term. And I want to check, and I'm seeing that it's growing actually as well. Just want to check the trends over time. You can see some ads here, so it's obviously quite just be great to get that term. There's no way I'll rank for that right away. But when I check vidIQ, Again, look at that. It's pretty low volume, pretty low competition. So I really, really like this as a term that I want to have in my title. And then all of my keywords and descriptions are going to be around YouTube SEO. So let's see if it's going to work. And I'm going to prioritize that at the moment over keyword research. I did actually really like that, but I might do something on that later. So having decided that YouTube SEO is really what I'm going to try and go for, I'm going to go and have a look at what other people are doing again within that. And this is where I'm going to start thinking about my thumbnail. So I've got my description. So my description might be YouTube SEO strategies for 2021. I like ranking, as I showed you in the previous slide. YouTube ranking does quite well, so I kind of shouldn't really do this. I'm kind of mixing terms here, but I want to have a look at what other people are doing. So the first thing I want to do is think about my thumbnail, because I'm going to use the exact same title in my thumbnail. So we know really what's standing out for me here. I like that. This is, I think, Catherine Manning. She's really good. This is, can't remember his name, but he's Brian Dean. He's great. This, I don't know this guy or this guy. Doesn't mean to say they're not brilliant. And they're actually coming up. This is the YouTube search result. They're coming up in the search results. So when I'm thinking about my thumbnail, and I'm going to use Canva, so don't, whatever you do, use the thumbnail that's automatically suggested by YouTube. Create your own, because it allows you to get the colors right so that you stand out a little bit. You can shorten the title. So Catherine here's got YouTube SEO rather than YouTube SEO basics, how to get your YouTube video. I mean, you can imagine that in the thumbnail, be really hard to read. So, you know, if everyone seems to use Canva, it's free for this sort of thing. So you just create a thumbnail, put a nice short description of your video in the text, and then pick your colors so that you stand out. This is so that if you do manage to get a return in search, and you will if you do this, your video is going to be clicked. Obviously, getting clicked on helps your rankings. So make sure you do the thumbnail. Now, when you upload your thumbnail, use the exact title of your video when you save it. So if it's YouTube SEO strategies for 2021, that's the file name that you save your thumbnail as when you upload it to YouTube. So that is a ninja trick. Make it stand out. Use the exact same name. I just want to really highlight, this is something not a lot of people know, but it will really help you with your phrases in terms of your keywords. It will really help relevance, and it's going to help your ranking. It will make a difference. The next thing that you want to do is, and again, this is, you know, once you know your phrases that you want to use the exact same phrase when you introduce your video. So if you've noticed at the start of mine, I will have said something along the lines of, you know, whatever the name of my title is, you'll hear me say, you know, hi and welcome to your YouTube SEO strategies for 2021. Using the exact same phrase matters, because YouTube, believe it or not, reads this. Again, it just keeps adding to the relevance of the keywords that you're using, you know, in your thumbnail, in your description, in your title, and also in your introduction. And again, don't forget to let people know what it is you're talking about. I've just mentioned description and keywords. Make sure you use your keywords in your description. This is a description. I have to move myself around. This is what people see above the fold. So essentially, without having to click more of the 3 buttons to get to anything, this is what people will read first. So capitalize your title, make your channel searchable, and in your description, actually, you don't really need to make it all capitalized like that. In fact, Brian doesn't do it down here. But what you do notice is that it's exactly the same words as the title of the video. This is more readable. And it's just easier to read. But again, it's repeating the words rank videos in YouTube, rank YouTube videos, YouTube SEO, how to rank videos, and YouTube rank YouTube videos. So they're repeating the keywords in the description, and the title is almost exactly the same. Now, if you have a brand new channel, try not to add any links here. In fact, you don't really see any links in these ones at all. Try not to have any links above the fold when you start a new channel, or if you're uploading your first video. Don't worry, I've not forgotten about tags. Now there's like your keyword searching and whatnot, you can use vidIQ and Keywords Anywhere to get an example of what tags other people are using. In this video, for example, I see all the channel information, but then I see the tags that are being used in that particular video. I think that was actually around how to get money in, or how to make money on YouTube without subscribers. And you can see vidIQ in here that this person's tagged, but this gives you an idea. You just have a look at what others are using for tags, and then again use Keywords Anywhere. That'll give you an idea of the other tags people are using. YouTube sometimes, or some people say, tags might not matter. It seems crazy to me that tags wouldn't matter, given we know how important they are for Google, or just general SEO. So really add your tags. And also here, what you're seeing is the best practices that TubeBuddy just highlights. So, it just kind of gives you a little quick tick list, comment hearted. So when you make a comment, or someone makes a comment, don't forget to like it and heart it. Pin your comment. Once you've uploaded your video, make a comment to your video and then pin it. In fact, actually I haven't mentioned this, just a little tip. As soon as you post a video, add a comment to your own video. That's okay. And then info cards, I've spoken about, that's what goes at the end, but I'm not going to go through all the upload things you have to do for YouTube. It's really very simple, but this is really about SEO, and tags are a part of SEO, so just make sure that you add them. Now, I just want to, at this point, remind ourselves, because you're probably hopefully thinking about, okay, what my title's going to be. You might have done a little bit of searching already on Google and YouTube using vidIQ, TubeBuddy, Keywords Anywhere, and Keyword Surfer. But a keyword might be YouTube or SEO. And a short tail phrase might be YouTube SEO, where you're putting the keywords together, or you're adding on another phrase to the keyword that you really want to target. I'm going to try over the next wee while to really focus on, I think, YouTube SEO. And then the phrase might be, or the title of your video might be YouTube SEO strategies for 2021, not 202. Obviously, YouTube didn't exist then. It'd be kind of hard to do a YouTube strategy for the year 202. So that's 2021, and capitalize in your title, but not your description. So, for example, the long tail might be 6 key YouTube SEO strategies for 2021. Each word is capitalized, but in my description, it'll be lowercase. Now, so we've got keyword YouTube or SEO, very short tail YouTube SEO. The phrase YouTube SEO strategies, again, YouTube SEO, picking up each of the words. A long tail phrase, 6 key YouTube SEO strategies for 2021, and how to rank your videos fast. And if you add brackets, you can kind of act as a bit more of an explainer to what your video is about. Now, when you upload, if it's a new channel and you're uploading your first video, you might want to add your business name to the end. This won't get you lots of search volume, but it will add authority to your YouTube channel. YouTube can just start understanding really what your channel's about. But again, and as you upload more and more videos, you're going to add, if your product is about YouTube SEO, or it's about, I don't know, dog leads or health or something, you always want to make sure that you're adding the relevant word in your keywords, in your tags, in your description, etc., etc. And then I'm going to take the same phrase, YouTube SEO strategies for 2021, or whatever the title of my video is. I'm going to save the exact same phrase as my thumbnail when I'm uploading my thumbnail. I'm just going to add it wherever I can. Now, this is why it starts to get really exciting. Sorry about that. YouTube's changing, and you can hear the ambulance outside. What you need to remember is that YouTube and Google are exactly the same company. And YouTube, as we know, is all about search. In fact, YouTube's the second largest search engine in the world. Google's the largest, and they work together. This is so good for you, because now what's happening is Google is displaying search results as video. Now, one of the reasons for this will be that if you think about Google at the moment, if I was to post if I was to do SEO for a website, when someone then clicks on that web address, they're going off to my website, so they're not staying within the Google environment. Whereas if I have a business information in a YouTube video and someone then goes to my YouTube video, they're staying within the Google and YouTube kind of ecosystem, if you like. So it makes a lot of sense for Google to start displaying search results, but you're starting to see them more and more. So this means if you've already done the work, and you will already have done the work, and you've done your SEO properly for your YouTube videos, your timing could not be better in terms of not only getting page 1 ranking on YouTube, but getting page 1 ranking on Google for exactly the same video. Google is now prioritizing in organic search video, and so this means that it's free, it's not paid advertising, and you're going to see, in fact, you do almost any search, you're going to see videos coming up on page 1. Now, in some cases, I've seen this, it's still kind of, this started to happen really at the very end of 2020, actually. They used to have a carousel with just 3 videos on it, and it went across the page. And now what you're seeing is the videos, I'll still call it the carousel, although it's now displayed horizontally. You see videos all below each other. It used to be 3 positions, now it's 4 or 5 positions within that kind of video window carousel. But the other interesting thing is you're starting to see individuals coming up as a individual listing in Google. So I think we're going to see more and more that when you do a Google search and you just do some searching now, you will see videos in the results on page 1. And this all feeds to your rankings and to your authority and to your traffic. It is absolutely the single best time to be doing video and doing your SEO and your keyword research properly. But if you do a search in this, in fact, I'm just going to do that for you very quickly. What was that, affiliate? Do the review, I think, see how that looks. Yep, so right away, Google. This is the horizontal video that I was kind of carousel that I was talking about, if you like. This is all free listings for these people right at the top of Google search. And then below that, you've got the other search results. And then if I just do, I'll just have a look at this slightly shorter tail. Again, right at the top. And again, here's an example of a video within a return, and you really start to see this more and more. I'm just trying to think if I can do any other searches to give you an idea. Let's have a look at YouTube. Let's have a look at YouTube. Keyword research. It's further down, but again, you see the videos coming in here. These are all free for people. Video, YouTube video keyword. Let's have a look at tools really quickly, because they're probably people selling things. Yep, so again, videos here. This is actually, I think, if these guys were paying for this, they'd be paying for what, $3.22. And it's quite a high search term. So that just gives you an idea of the power of your YouTube videos actually even within Google search. And this is something, this here is an example of something I did myself just a month or so ago, and this is a new area that I've been looking at. So already this is front page of Google. I'm in the little carousel. Excited about that because it's, you know, that's coming up on the front page of Google. And then the interesting thing is this seems to be driving. I spoke about authority and using your keywords and, you know, your channels. Then if I went into YouTube and did a search, now I'm finding that this is me incognito, that some of my videos are getting auto-suggested. Now these aren't huge traffic videos. It's something that I've just started doing over the last few weeks. But you can start to see that this will help these videos start to go viral. So I can really recommend this strategy. I hope you enjoyed that. This has been a short overview on how to use SEO to rank your videos on YouTube, but clearly it also helps Google. And if it's helping Google, it's going to help YouTube. Please, if you have any comments, I'd really like to hear what you think about some of the tools. If you want more information on tools or you want links to tools, just comment and let me know. Great to know what you found the most useful thing in this video, because it really helped me in terms of thinking about what to do more on or what to cover more of. Don't forget to subscribe, and one of the reasons you're going to want to subscribe is I'm obviously going to be doing a lot more videos. I love this area. I love SEO. I've done it for years. And you know, if you want to be notified when I do something, it's much easier to subscribe. Thanks once again, and I'll see you soon.